Marca de verificación Live está en línea en la categoría C Alters, el tiempo de actividad comienza.
So, had enough time to come to terms with the situation? I'm fine, thanks. There's not much that can bring me down. But I still feel much weaker than usual. Funny, earlier today I tried to lift a container, and I couldn't. Maybe it's the side effects of cryosleep. Don't worry, you'll get back in shape in a jiffy. I don't know. I need to put on at least 15 pounds by the looks of it. Plus, no offense, lose the excess fat too. I'm not sure we have the time for that here. Operating the refinery requires stamina, you know? Being strong seems to matter a lot to you. A little extra confidence never hurt anyone. Not that it was ever my priority. I just like the physical activity. It helped clear my head of problems. Your problems are gone here. It's a chance to wipe the slate clean. Maybe, but I still can't get my head around one thing. What's that? Like, if everything that happened to me isn't true, then does that apply to the people I knew too? I mean, do they exist, but in some different version as well? It's possible, yes. Huh. So, hypothetically, someone who in my mind is, let's say, dead could actually still be alive? Hypothetically? Totally. It's really hard to say. The variables are almost infinite. That's overwhelming. Shit. I think I need to get my mind on something else. Good idea. Focus on the work. We still have a lot to do before we get out of here. Right. Work. Sure. See you around then. Good day, friend.
The ship's surroundings.
Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned. You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing. Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find? What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough? Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of it. Good. That's good. Wait, how do you know? Well, isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which could only lead to one conclusion: that my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You. And to do that, of course, you would need to have found rupidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wow, you're right. It's impressive. I did create you out of my DNA. We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information. And that's the interesting part. Yeah. Our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board. But there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong? The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records. Oh, I see. A recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now? Why don't you rest a little? Get accustomed to the new reality? Which part of what I just said makes you think I'm not ready to start immediately? Oh, well, in that case, your situation must be critical considering the lengths you went to. Something tells me there's no time to lose. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work. I found something peculiar on the planet. What exactly was peculiar about it? Everything. It was like a local distortion of reality. And it seemed to be emitting strong radiation. Yes. We could have expected to come across something like that sooner or later, according to reports from previous missions. Unidentified sources of radiation, unexplained electromagnetic field anomalies, distortions of matter, space, or even gravity. What are they? According to a bold theory fleshed out by Professor Frankov, they may be instances of the so-called interval. The what? Interval. In very simple terms, it's a non-coincidental superposition of potential universes. We don't know exactly why it occurs, but observations prove that under certain, not yet specified conditions, two or more parallel landscapes can coexist within a common quantum field, creating a so-called proximity plane. Yeah, it felt like something was materializing from out of nowhere right in front of my eyes. Let's keep our heads cool. It's just a theory. No one's ever proved it right. If, and I stress if, Professor Frankov's intuition is right, then the distortion you have encountered could have been a puncture point. The spot where the proximity plane intersects with our
¿Qué hace Carrihuela? ¿Qué juego es este?
subverting its physical balance and distorting the rules of Newtonian mechanics. We need to learn more about these peculiarities. Inform me at once if you come across another one.
¿Qué pasa, Rubén? Es el de Alters.
Never thought I'd be so glad to see a ship.
Aquí estoy creando versiones de mi muñeco. Porque han muerto toda la tripulación.
Sí, eso lo leo, pero ¿de qué va?
Pues tengo que salir de este planeta, que está a punto de reventar. Pero resulta que como hay un material importante, me han dejado replicarme y conseguir ese material antes de que vengan a rescatarme. Y con ese material pues puedo hacerme a mí mismo también varias veces en diferentes versiones. Mira, por ejemplo, ahí arriba en la esquina izquierda tengo al mío técnico, al yo ingeniero y al yo científico. Y tengo que ir mejorando la base, la nave. ¿El invernadero lo he hecho? Creo que no. Enfermería no está mal, no estaría mal. El arque de Rapidium. Tengo que conseguir hacer el arque de Rapidium. Sí, es un poco de estrategia. Estrategia de exploración. Espérate. Tengo que asignarle trabajo a mi otro alter. Puedo investigar nuevas tecnologías. Pues lo voy a poner a investigar. Ahí está. Uy, mira, se escucha ahí parienta por el fondo. Vamos a ver. Voy a seguir investigando por ahí fuera. Construye el arque de Rapidium, busca más fenómenos extraños e investiga y encuentra la forma de cruzar el río de la base. La misión principal. El Rapidium es aquí. Aquí. Y voy a sacar un poquito de Rapidium. Ahora llega a 150 y lo voy a parar. Vale. Está curioso este juego, ¿eh? Está bastante chulo. Tiene su cosita de estrategia y me recuerda un poquito al de Stranding. A ver si sigo con la historia. Aquí hay una pared. Aquí tengo que descubrir que hay. Y por aquí no sé si nada hay. Que son más daño. Son muras. Entonces no puedo estar por aquí. Aquí hay más. Esto para subir también. ¿Me tiro a la lava? ¿Y eso qué?
There must be another one of those cargo drops. Except that doesn't look like the crew's personal luggage.
Ah, mira, un chip. ¿Eh? ¿Me he encontrado un chip?
Might be worth checking out. Looks like some kind of device.
Tampoco puedo tirar. Chip en inglés es oveja. Coño, una pelota de fútbol.
Jeez.
Está muy
I
bien.
packed a lot of stuff.
Este era por donde entré antes. Vale. Propósito de minerales. Y este no lo he visto. Ah, vale, no, aquí no podía entrar. Y yo estoy entretenido, te lo digo. A mí me están molando. Y luego el tema de los alters, de crear temas en personajes. Hola, Licita. Un juego.
Que me he llegado un trofeo en Mad Max, pero he visto que debido a los servidores cerrados del juego no puedo conseguir.
Correcto. Yo no lo he intentado porque sabía que no había servidores.
Me quedaba solo uno, tío.
Sí, lo sé, pero ya te digo que los servidores los cerraron hace un montón de tiempo.
Another move.
Más gente que le pasa lo mismo y hay una historia para poderlo hacer en internet a través de un video de YouTube, pero no a través de un... Si quieres te paso el enlace por si lo quieres probar.
No, si yo no... Ni lo jugué. Ya sabiendo que no podía, lo pasé del juego. ¿Dónde estoy? Estoy en el quinto pino, tío. Tiene pinta de que esto llegará por aquí atrás. Ahí. Hay otro. Hay otro. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Esto qué? ¿Quién se me ha metido detrás? ¿Me persiguen? ¿Qué me persigue? ¿Me dejáis, mamones?
Yo no sé a qué jugar ahora, no sé si darle al Spider-Man 2 o al Demon Soul. Algunas y media me apetece algo medieval.
El Spider-Man 2 está chulo, ¿eh? Te lo digo. Además, te aconsejo que te lo juegues en Play 4. Luego cargas la partida de Play 5 y tienes otro platino. Gratis.
Como dice tío, no te he entendido, yo tengo el 1 y el Mille Morales platinado.
Sí, pero si juegas la versión de PlayStation 4 y te sacas el platino en la versión de PlayStation 4, luego instalas la versión PlayStation 5 y puedes cargar tu partida de PlayStation 4 y te da otra vez el platino. Son 2 platinos en uno.
Para que quema platino llegó con pasármelo una vez en la Play 5 y ya está, ya tengo platino de Play 5.
No, sigue sin entenderme. Si lo juegas en la versión de PlayStation 4, ¿eso qué? Alerta de reacción inminente. Hostia, me tengo que pirar de aquí. Si lo juegas en la versión de PlayStation 4 y te sacas el platino, luego solo tienes que instalar la versión de PlayStation 5 y cargar la partida. Y te vuelve a dar el platino, pero de PlayStation 5. Pero tú solamente la has jugado la de PlayStation 4. Tía, pues estoy en el quinto pino, me va a coger la radiación. Me tengo que huir, tengo que huir.
No solamente si te he entendido que ganas 2 platinos en uno, pero que me da igual la cantidad de platino, que solamente quiero pasármelo.
Bueno, no te cuesta trabajo ninguno, por eso te lo decía. Quita la alarma, Elisa.
Sígueme en mi Instagram https://www.insta.
Elisa, quita la alarma hoy, porfa.
de signo de interrogación UTM-SOR
Aquí.
signo de igual QR símbolo IGSH signo de igual IXVPEDDINGO IDM1.
El problema es que el muñeco se cansa y cuando se cansa tengo que volver. Y encima hay tormentas. Me voy a dar un mordor.
Look what I found. Any idea what it could be? Let's see. It looks like a qubit chip. Qubit chip? Yeah. Like an enhanced storage for quantum computing operations.
Anda, ya tengo una mejora para el ordenador.
Useful for increasing the efficiency of our QC unit. Not to mention accessing new tech in the research lab. So, I just plug it into the QC? Plug it into whatever you want. Won't do much. It's dead. I'd give it some love in the workshop first. Duly noted. Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My lava lamp? You kept it? Sure. It's one of a few cool keepsakes from our childhood. Yeah. Mom and I like to sit by it in the evening, talking and joking.
Yo tuve una lámpara de lava.
It reminds me of that period when life was challenging, but also
La conseguí en la feria, tío.
fucking great. Hey, lend me your ear. There's something I want to share.
El ingeniero, ¿qué quiere el ingeniero?
Hey there. You wanted to talk about something? Yeah. I've been thinking about the branching thing. It's so confusing. Tell me about it. I mean, remember how I told you about my body? The one I know versus this one? Well, I don't get it. Why is it exactly that we're created with different minds, like, you know, different beverages or snacks, but then we all end up in the same packaging? It doesn't make much sense.
Te manda un audio al WhatsApp, escúchalo después, no en directo.
Ah, vale, vale.
Voy a trabajar.
Ay, ay, levantar el país. Estás todo el día jugando a la consola, Guillo.
Packaging that matters most. It's the content. That's what they say. But you don't brew ale only to pour it into plastic bottles. My skills, my whole personality derives from a certain lifestyle. And that makes my mind and body inseparable. That's how it feels to me. Huh. I never looked at it that way. I know, and honestly, I find it a little hard to understand. I mean, how can you be so careless about your body? It's the only one you'll ever have, man. Why'd you let it become so neglected? I guess I just had more important things to do. Studying, settling down, buying a house. Funny. Now that I look at it, you probably didn't have my motivation. Which was, well, for me, it all started when I moved abroad. You know, after Mom died, I decided to stay there, and for a while it was pretty lonely out there. Didn't you have friends? Not at first, no. You can laugh, but I was a little apprehensive to jump into a new environment. It was just work and sleep, and some bad eating habits. So that's when you started working out of boredom at first. Then, kind of became a fun thing. I made friends, started going out a lot, but by that time, the gym had become an important part of my routine.
Sígueme en mi canal de YouTube, https://www.youtube.com/ivanelias8494.
Thanks. You know, maybe if I could get back to my routine here, at least in some way, it could really help me shake off all this anxiety. I'd probably sleep better, feel more like me. Do you think there's a chance you could help me get my hands on some exercise equipment here? I could try. Really? Thanks, bro. Knew I could confide in you.
Claro, pues confiar en él es como confiar en ti.
I made a curious discovery. Another distortion? I don't know. It was different this time. It didn't look dangerous, no radiation. Actually, it didn't do anything. But it caught your attention. It's like nothing I've seen before. It must have something in common with the other distortions. Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here? I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankoff's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find the way to put it into practice. I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here. So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally. No worries. It might seem chaotic to you, but I've got this. You can trust me. Trust you. And what experience do you have in commanding space mining missions? None, but I survived and I got this far. How's that for a recommendation? Better than none. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back. You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone. Yeah, I understand how lousy that must feel. Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not going to sit around crying about it. There's work to be done, here and now. That's true. Well, let's get to it then. Look at this beauty. Jan gave me my old lucky multi. Now that's what I call a practical gift. Hello, Dolski here.
Jan, tell me you did it. Tell me you have the Ark.
I did it.
Well done. Now, all we need to do is bring it home safely. Are you making progress with that obstacle of yours?
I'm still looking for a way out.
Well, I don't want to cause panic, but you better hurry.
And how's my rescue team progressing?
They'll be on time, Jan. Just make sure you are. Do what it takes to make your way to the other side of the planet. And leave the rest to me.
It would have gone way faster if I didn't have to build that damn Ark for you.
Do you really think it's just a whim for me?
I wouldn't call it a whim, but it could obviously be a career booster for you.
Career? Apparently you don't know very much about me, or my career. Why don't you relate to yourself a little more?
Well,
Imagine coming back without Rapidium, and having to face the thought, what if I hadn't given up? Would you live with yourself while the world would deteriorate before your eyes? All because you put your sorry ass first.
all right. Point taken. Just let me get on with it.
Of course. Keep pushing. Just let me know if there's any way I can help you.
All right. Thanks. Can't sleep because of all that shit. bad. Can we talk?
Phase can take up to several days. Property
Keeping busy, I hope. Hey, you wanted to discuss something. Yeah, I want to know when you started being such a pushover. What? You heard me. I'm not blind. I can see the workload pile up. And you, eager to take new orders. Well, I'm not exactly in the best negotiating position. Using illegal technology to save my life, creating my altars. I'd better have a good justification for that. So they're threatening you. Even better. Like I said, I don't have much choice. Maxwell's in charge here. Yeah, so was Dad. The man of the house. I thought you regretted not standing up to him. Looks like you didn't learn much. That's a little below the belt. You're right. Sorry, this place is getting to me. All I'm saying is, we should do something just for ourselves. Something not work-related, not productive in any way. Like what? Well, there's a social room module available in this base. We could start with that. I bet it has a beer pong table. Yeah, see? A smile on your face. Let's build a place where we can chill out and play beer pong, and then, after I've beaten you, we can talk more serious stuff. What do you say? You're never beating me. I'm the official beer pong champion of my year. Well, the third floor of my dorm, anyway. Oh man, I'm shitting my pants already. Man, I'm telling you, we need it. And I'm telling you this is the least important of our priorities. You have got to be kidding me. I have something for you. The exercise equipment you asked for. Awesome, man! I knew I could rely on you. Can't wait to try these babies out.